Hi, this is Denny Basham with Subsidiary Consulting, and I have on the line with me here Bruce Simmons from American Liberty Mortgage. We're going to be discussing reverse mortgages and kind of let you know what you should look for when you're trying to find a reverse mortgage online. So I'm going to turn it over to Bruce from American Liberty Mortgage.
Thanks, Danny. A couple of things you want to make sure that you do when you're looking for somebody to do a reverse mortgage for you is make sure that you're dealing with a reputable company, a company that has been in business for a number of years, that has a professional who understands the reverse mortgage business as well. But American Liberty Mortgage has been in business for 12 years now, and they're A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. We've got offices in Denver and Colorado Springs, as well as some other states to boot, and it's a very reputable company. And then you also want to look for testimonials too. If you could find some testimonials or reviews on Yelp and Google, things of that nature, that's important. You want to know that other people, real people, have had good experiences with the company. So keep an eye out for that. When you're dealing with an individual reverse mortgage person, that person should also have experience in the business, obviously. They should have testimonials from customers who had good experiences as well. I personally have been in the business. I've been in consumer finance and mortgages since 1987, going 26 years, and I've specialized exclusively in reverse mortgages since January of 2003. That's all I do. I don't want to do any conventional loans. There's just too much going on in there right now. And reverse mortgages have had some changes, and you want to work with somebody who specializes exclusively in reverse because they keep their fingers on the pulse of the industry. So you want to make sure that that person it helps if they're a member of the NRMLA, which is the National Reverse Mortgage Lenders Association, and they've got the training and stay up to date on the changes that are going on in the industry right now. So those are the key factors you want in dealing with the company and the reverse mortgage specialist. It should be a specialist you're doing business with, and so
gotcha.
That's the main thing.
Awesome, Bruce. So perfect. So, as an expert, you said you've been in the business for 26 years. What advice would you give to someone that's looking, for a reverse mortgage?
Well, again, make sure that you want to get a quote from somebody up front. They should be willing to give you the numbers and to tell you whether or not you qualify up front. They should also offer testimonials. They should not make any kind of demands of you. You don't want to pay any money up front at all, because you don't want to sign anything before you go talk to a reverse mortgage housing counselor. That's a requirement, a federal requirement for all reverse mortgages. You have to talk with a reverse mortgage housing counselor prior to signing. Well, some lenders will have you sign beforehand. It is allowed, but you shouldn't do it. You want to make sure that you get all the information that you can so you can make an informed decision before deciding who to go with.
Got it. That definitely makes sense. I got it. So if someone was looking for a reverse mortgage and they came to you, what type of experience would they have with you?
Well, hopefully they would feel comfortable. I want to make sure that everyone I work with is at ease, knowing that I'm not going to try to sell you something. It's about education. You have to know the pros and the cons of this loan before you move forward. I've closed over 600 reverse mortgage loans, and I've never ever had a customer or a family member, for that matter, come back to me and tell me they've regretted their decision for doing this loan. And I take pride in that. I don't want anybody. I don't ever want to have that experience. So I'd rather have you tell me up front when we first meet and we're going over the numbers. You say, this loan doesn't work for me, instead of learning something 2 months after we close the loan, and then you're mad at me for screwing you over with this lousy loan. Because it's a great loan for the right person, but you have to have the information to decide if this is right for you. So what I do is I'll go over the numbers with you a little bit on the phone and gather some information from you as well. I don't ask for socials or anything like that, but dates of birth and value of the home. Then I can run the numbers and see if it makes sense for you. If it does, I like to meet in person with you. And not to sell you, but to make sure that you understand, because we go over a lot of different numbers. I show you how the loan works over time, what the costs are, how the loan what it might look like 2, 3, 4, 5 years down the road, which you have to have in order to make an informed decision. Because my whole goal is to help you to live a more flexible, secure, and full retirement. And if a reverse mortgage is part of that, that's great. If not, that's fine too. But you just need the information to make the decision. Then you go talk to the reverse mortgage counselor, which is an independent third party that's approved by HUD and it's required by HUD. So once you have that, we sit down, we go over the paperwork, and from that point on, it takes about 30 days to close the loan. You can change your mind at any point during that 30-day period or during the process. There's no cost. You just, if you decide you don't want to do this, you get cold feet. I'll sit down and talk with families too. If you want your kids and your adult children involved, or your attorney or financial advisor. I just a couple months ago met with a lady and her financial advisor in a Starbucks, and we went over everything. Her financial advisor was just advising her how she should pull out the money from the reverse mortgage because she was depleting her assets too quickly, and so we were able to supplement that with a reverse mortgage. So whatever you need as far as feeling comfortable and making sure you have all the information, I'll take care of it.
Yeah, I remember one thing you had said to me earlier we were talking was that you've had the same phone number since you said like 1999. So what does it look like after someone gets a reverse mortgage from you?
Yeah, basically it's funny because a lot of people will call me afterwards with questions. Oh, I get this letter because the deed of trust becomes public record, and so they get solicitations. And I caution people about that beforehand, but they'll get something in the mail they don't understand, and I could let you know whether it's legitimate or not. A couple months back, I got a call from a guy I did a loan for when I was with a big bank back in '06, I think, and he was asking about what if you decided to sell the home, what happens, and things of that nature. So we went over that with him. I also met with a lady I just closed a loan for about 4 or 5 months ago who had part of the requirement with the appraisal is the house has to meet certain guidelines. Well, her house needed a little bit of paint on the shed. Very, very simple, but she was nervous about it. So I went out and checked the shed after her family came over and helped her paint. And I was there just this morning with the appraiser when the appraiser came out. There was no reason I needed to be there except to help her out. And luckily, she was kind of close, so it was not a big deal at all. But I just spent 20 minutes there. I got there early, and we had a cup of coffee. And so, yeah, I like my customer. I really enjoy hearing their stories and things of that nature. But I'm here, and even if I were ever to leave this company, which I certainly don't think I ever will, you can always reach me because the business card I give you has that direct line on it, in addition to the office number that's on the screen.
Perfect. That sounds awesome. The service after the sale is so important
for
this kind of thing, I think. So great. Well, I do know that that you do some very special things for new customers to help them. What do you do for people that are specifically watching this video?
Well, for your audience here, Denny, and if you're watching this video right now, and you call me and tell me that you saw me on this video, I'll pay for your credit report and your appraisal. Now, right now, there's changes going on in the industry where we're going to need to check people or to credit qualify people in the future. But right now, we check your credit specifically for judgments. So we do have to charge you for that. But if you tell me you saw me on this video, then you get the credit for free, and then I'll also pay for your appraisal. So once we close the loan, you won't see any cost, or you'll see a credit, I guess. I'm not sure exactly how the attorneys want it. But you won't be charged for the appraisal or the credit report. I'll take care of those fees for you.
Awesome. That's a great
but
value.
Only if you're watching this video and you tell me about it.
Got it. Perfect. So definitely let them know when you call in. So,
yes. All
right, great. Well, thanks so much for your time today, Bruce. I think this has certainly been educational for people looking for a reverse mortgage, and anyone that American Liberty Mortgage is definitely someone that's been doing this for a long time, and you especially. I really thank you for your time today. This has been Denny Basham with Facilio Consulting and Bruce Simmons with American Liberty Mortgage, and have yourself a great day.
Thank you.